Okay. Question number 1. What do you believe urban legends are, and which ones have you heard of?
Urban legends, in my experience, are stories that are usually shaped by the societies that tell them. So they change over time, and they usually have some kind of moral implication. You asked which other ones have I heard of? Is that what you
Yes.
said?
Which ones have you heard of?
The Hookman is one that's really popular. I think it comes up a lot in different versions. There's also stuff like Bloody Mary. There's a lot of speculation even that Little Red Riding Hood was an urban legend when it was made. So,
I didn't know
kind of
that.
like the moral of don't talk to strangers. But yeah.
All right.
Okay, question number 2. Have you heard about the urban legend of Walt Disney? And if so, what version?
Oh yeah. The story, as far as I know, is that Walt Disney, before he died, was frozen cryogenically so that he could be brought back to life later, and that he is stored somewhere on the grounds of Walt Disneyland. Although I've heard 2 different locations. I've heard that he was in the tower of the castle for a while, and then I heard that they moved him from there because now the tower of the castle is a hotel room, like a honeymoon suite. So that would be weird. So they moved him under Pirates of the Caribbean was the last thing I'd heard.
That one's the most common.
Okay, question number 3.
Oh. What characteristics do you think make Walt Disney an urban legend?
Oh, his icon status. He's not just a celebrity. The man started an empire practically, and not only that, but it's an empire that formed children's identities. And for me, I think that's why I would consider him an urban legend in a way, because he represents that kind of childlike hope in a way.
Okay, question number 4. Do you believe that someone could be cytogenetically frozen and brought back to life?
I don't think we're there yet. I think it's maybe possible at some point. Certainly not at the time that Disney would have had to have had it done. There's no way it would have been possible. I think it's a cool idea, but I also think it's kind of clear that that whoever came up with the story was really into sci-fi, or that it's a bit more modern than Disney was.
Okay. Question number 5. Do you think that the rule of not being allowed to spread ashes in the park further proves that Walt Disney is buried / frozen in the park?
No. So Disneyland and Disney World are insane about their parks. They actually have vents hidden in the bushes and on the side of the road to pump in fresh perfumed air to keep the park smelling nice for visitors. So they're constantly cleaning, and they try to make it so that you don't see the people while they're cleaning because they want to keep this illusion of this enchanted place. And so I think they're so caught up with the cleanliness and the idea of keeping it pristine in that way, and I think that's what the ashes has to do with. That's a clear health issue, but on top of that, the process that it takes to clean that up kind of takes away from that illusion of just magically being clean all the time.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.